Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This weekend I am in Cape Breton and I plan on vlogging the entire thing. We are driving around the Cabot, I always say it wrong, Cabot Trail. And it's gonna be really fun. This is something we've been wanting to do all summer, and this is honestly the perfect time of year to do it because the leaves are just insane. They're so pretty. I like have such a cool view right now, but I'll be showing you guys like the best views because this is actually my first time in Cape Breton, but I've heard and I've seen like on pictures like that Cape Breton has the best views. On top of that, it is Tim's birthday, so yeah, we're gonna be celebrating that. It's gonna be such a fun weekend, and yeah, I'm excited for the whole thing. So we're actually parked out front to the entrance of a trail right now. We're gonna do a hike, and there's like, I think it's 50 feet falls at the end of the hike, so I'm excited for that. I'll leave the name of it on the screen because I literally cannot pronounce it. It's like it starts with UISAGE, I think. How do you pronounce UI together? Usage? It's probably just use.
I never read the name.
Anyways, I'll just put it on the screen. You guys can look it up. But yeah, that's what we're gonna start the day off with. So yeah, we ended up hiking to those falls. It was absolutely stunning, like better than what I had seen on pictures. And then we went to breakfast at the freight shed. That's kind of what I had planned on our itinerary. Of course, I made an itinerary for this trip. We also went there last night just quickly to grab like a snack. And both times we absolutely loved it. So highly recommend if you're in Badek. That's a great place to grab some food. It's such a cute little shed essentially, but it's really nice. Now I'm walking uphill right now, so I'm starting to be a little bit out of breath, but we are about to hike Franie Mountain. It is a 7.6 kilometer hike. It's considered difficult. We'll see what we think, but anyways, the views are apparently absolutely stunning at the end of it, so I'm really excited to see that. So stay tuned for some awesome views.
Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
Alright, we are back from the hike. The hike ended up being great. The views were spectacular. The way in there was actually much harder than I thought. I didn't bring like a hair tie or anything, and it ended up being quite sweaty. So it was definitely like an uphill, but it was rated as difficult, so I guess it makes sense. And then it's a loop, so the way back down was like downhill, so that was pretty easy. But yeah, when you got to the top of it, it was absolutely gorgeous. So that hike was Franie Head Trail, and yeah, highly recommend it for sure. It took us about 2 hours because we kind of hung out at the top for a bit, took pictures and that kind of stuff. So next thing was definitely a shower, so I just showered and we got to our campsite. So this whole weekend what we ended up doing is we actually ended up renting a large SUV, and when I say large, I mean large. Definitely ended up being larger than I thought it would be, but it's perfect. We're actually sleeping in the back of it, so it's doubling as like a vehicle that we can drive around with like comfortably, and our like bed. So I'll show you guys the setup later, but first I want to have some snacks. So yeah, we just had that breakfast you saw this morning, did the hike. We haven't even snacked since, which is so unlike you especially. And now we're having some snacks, so a little picnic. I'll show you what we're having. So most of this is not paleo. I know you guys are used to kind of paleo stuff, but yeah. These are our favorite crackers. They're just gluten-free. They're made out of rice. These are so good. I got these to dip in hummus. I wanted some red pepper hummus, but apparently I got red pepper dip instead, and it is not hummus at all. It's much softer and it's like mayo based. I don't know, apparently it's not. Tim tried it and he said it's not as good.
Not so bad.
Okay. These are super yummy. They're just like little I don't know if they're pepper, if they're turkey, I don't even know what kind of meat it is, but they're just little meat sticks and they're good. They have no nitrates as well, which is good. And then these chips, these are her favorite chips. They're like jalapeno flavored. I usually get like the kettle brand, but this one works as well. We're being semi-healthy. Tim's having an apple. Good morning guys, it is now the next day. So last night we were gonna go out for dinner, so we drove out to this like restaurant, but it ended up being closed. So we're kind of a little bit on the off season already for the Cabot Trail. I think most things closed like just a few days before we came, so like October 15th, and we've been here like the 15th, 16th, 17th, so a lot of things have been closed for the season. But anyways, we had a ton of snacks, so we ended up just snacking on some charcuterie. We had some wine, we enjoyed a nice fire, and then we went to bed early. This morning we got up, we went to a cafe, grabbed a breakfast sandwich, and it hit the road. It was raining when we hit the road, or when we woke up. It was raining actually all night. But now that we have arrived at our hike, we're doing the Skyline Trail today, which is like probably the most popular hike on the trail. So I'm really excited to do that. As always, I'm gonna get a bunch of clips and show you guys the views.
We wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
So we're now in Shetty Camp. We did the trail. That's where I talked to you guys last. The trail was good. I think it was 7.4 kilometers. The whole trail is just like a regular trail, but then when you get at the end of it, that's where you get the spectacular views. That being said, it was so windy today. It was actually like hilarious. You couldn't stand, like, yeah, I didn't really get any good pictures, and even the videos when I was holding the camera, like my body was shaking so much because like the wind was pretty much blowing me over. Anyways, but the views, yeah, were amazing. And then Skyline Trail is about 25 minutes from Shitty Camp, so then we drove down here. We plan on getting lunch at L'Abri, which looks like the cutest little cafe restaurant. Really good menu as well, but we didn't know that we needed reservations, so we just ended up doing like a little picnic, very similar to what we had for lunch yesterday. And then we got to our campground. Our campground is mediocre at best. Most of the sites are in like an open field, which is, I don't know, there's not much privacy, I guess. And because of COVID, they have a lot of sites that they're not even using, so it's just really limited. But it's okay. We kind of just chilled for a bit. We just got the fire going. I'll show you guys. Yeah, we got a little fire going. And then we're gonna do, we're gonna make some dinner. For dinner, what did we get? We got veggies. We're gonna grill that on the fire. We got these little potatoes with some like seasoning in them already, and then we got some steaks. Also, this is a vehicle we ended up getting, so it is a Ford Expedition Limited Max. It is so huge. Like, the front part here is already really big, and then this is like so extended. Like, I feel like I could stop like right here and be like the perfect large vehicle, but now it's just like extra large. But yeah, this is essentially our setup. So we got the bed. Sorry, it's a little bit dark, but we set up an air mattress here, super fluffy, comfy duvet. So like last night I was actually warm, and here we kind of have our like clothes and stuff, and then in the front we have like a big bin there with all like a camping gear, and then in the other like corner there we usually have like the cooler that fits in. So yeah, it's definitely like super cozy and comfy, as I showed you guys. Oh no, I didn't. There's like the really big sunroof, so you can actually see the stars at night. All right, we've started dinner, so I just want to show you guys. We're gonna do the veggies in a cast iron pan. We got a little bit of that avocado oil in there, and then we already have the potatoes on the fire, and then we'll put the steak here, and we got wine, of course.